much better because I feel like if they rock with the Terizla, it's gonna be super dependent on Super Yoshi to really maximize shortcut.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes for TNC Pro Team. It's the second game of the first series of the day. Let's see how they push forward to make this a game number 3. This is the most important weeks that TNC Pro Team needs to do, and even to win, to enter the playoffs.
You can see 2 Purifies on the side of TNC Pro Team, one on Hatred, one on Nomad. I like that they decided to pick that because Pando will be a problem for them as the game goes on. A little bit of an invades right now coming in from APB.
The strength of the Edith, you can just start with the Rock Urza, take it away from your opponent, so yeah, gonna get a little bit of a lead when it comes to the EXP lane, but it's a relatively quiet early game for AP Bren as well as TNC.
Yeah, you guys were mentioning how it could be even Stevens for the lineup of AP Bren and TNC. We've seen this combination before, like a possible deadly combination heading into mid-game. The Claude, the Luo Yi, and plus you have the Edith. Just imagine how we can witness another longer BMI or even a longer invade. They have done this most of their team fights, and the pressure revolves back into the gold lane. So looking at this threat, what could be more possible or viable up against this ship? Again, that was the problem game number 1. Hold that thought.
Phew! No, not gonna be able to get away. That's Lo Yi going down. Early kill there for TNC, and a little bit of an advantage for them for the first turtle of the game.
It's actually a very important advantage because that means that Louis will not have level 4 anyways, but the thing with Louis is that you're not really that dependent on the ultimate at the first turtle fight, so you're okay, but yep, it's a very important pick-off coming up from TNC.
Yeah.
And look at Hatred's positioning because of that.
Yeah, he's almost near hitting level 4. Kaltisi spots him.
Okay, Hatred, is he going to be able to get away from this? He still has the Swan Song already commits it. Oh, no, but he gets stopped, the Petrify, and even a little bit of a crowd control coming out from AP Bren, stopping the ultimate of VO Death. Hatred falls, but the NC Pro Team, they're still going to be fighting into this. Kaltisi still standing, and I'm trying to see, okay, Rise is still there too as well, so still, it's going to be slow, calm, and collected for both of these two, just trades early on.
And through that process, Nomad falls in the hands of Super Marco. Right away being killed. That's 0-1 on this carry.
Oh yeah, that was solo kill there in the bottom lane. Now who's going to be getting the first turtle of the game? Kaltisi already going in a big knockout combo onto Super Yoshi, but that's going to be Pando again getting the first turtle of this game. AP Bren secure it. That's a big win for them early on.
Oh man, TNC just utilizing this chip in the front lines, and AP Bren are, you know, okay, diversion by 3 members.
Nomad gets knocked up, but no, Nomad was way too far under tower. They couldn't push it. AP Bren, okay.
So like this is like the threat of the Luo Yi that we're trying to mention back in the tournaments or matches that we've watched. You have this threat of the diversion, exactly how it could be stronger against Ship's Portal. And that could still be a problem for TNC. If that is the pressure that AP Bren wants to do, they need to be ready with their defense as of this time.
I think for TNC, you can really see how they planned this chip play, but it seems like going up against AP Bren, it's not working, because what AP Bren is doing is that once Super Yoshi shows himself, they just go upon him. Like, really waterfall all and flood him with all of their abilities and take him out as soon as possible. Heads in trouble up top.
Surprise! Oh, but Ogun missed it, but he lands an Earth Shatter. But he's not going to get that onward. Pando going in with a full Collecto final blow. He doesn't use the Petrify, and he backs off. Okay, AP Bren, we see what they're trying to do here. Right now, what it feels like is AP Bren, because of the lineup that they have, they're just out-rotating TNC.
Yeah, for sure. Diversion is so important in this case. And that is actually vengeance that was forced out by TNC, so I mean by AP Bren, they're going to be very happy about the second turtle of the fight. TNC, maybe if they do start the ill-advised second turtle contest, it will be very bad for their team. So I think it's much better for them to just try to farm and just be patient about this game. Just give up and concede the second turtle of the fight.
Yeah, let's see how they see this for TNC. Will they respect it? Again, Ryzen is still farming up. Looking at how the second turtle is ready, TNC is also grouping up. But this is the problem. What are we going to respond? Who's going to get this?
Is Ryzen going to get close enough? No, he will not. Heads Forced to jump away. Buoyant bounce. LTZ chasing him, but nope, yeah. The TNC Pro Team understood it, that them contesting that second turtle might have been way too risky.
See, for TNC, all they need to do now is to farm. Maybe get some kills.
Oh, Super Marco. Blazing Duet to get out of there.
Has a Purify too.
Ah, forced it out. By the way, speaking of, they forced the Purify out of Super Marco, but there's still two. TNC, Hatred, and Nomad haven't used theirs yet, and Hatred just built up the Genius Wand.
Looking how few just managed to land the response in quickly just in case somebody gets in trouble. This is the one thing that TNC needs to look after. And just by looking at Chomp Chomp, then Shred, the hero combo of Barrett and Carry posts 73% win rate in 11 games in MPL Philippines Season 13. This combo itself is in TNC Pro Team's lineup. But when is this activation go? When is the right time to actually make it work? Is it now or later?
Diversion. How many members of APB are here?
Oh,
it's going to be
no.
two. Few and Ogun. Super Yoshi it's there to respond, but Nomad being able to free hit Ogun, forced to use the flicker away, but he commits some ultimate as well, just for a little bit of safety. The TNC Pro Team, are they finally going to be able to break that tower at the bottom lane? No, because AP Bren responded very well. But TNC, they're making the right calls. Wolfie said patience earlier, and that's what they've been, but no, out of nowhere, Hatred gets taken down there with a combination of Few and Pando, who committed that Petrify, and it looks like he committed the full combo as well with the Electro final blow.
And well worth it, because that's Hatred that they were able to take out, as well as Purify that was forced on this Odette. That's gonna be a lot of time that they have been buying, that they bought because of that. They might even get the third turtle of the game easily because of that play.
Big fight here for the purple buff. Super Yoshi gets knocked up there by Ogwen, and that's the chip going down. You mentioned the waterfall earlier, Wolf. When they see Super Yoshi, they just go, and Super Yoshi has went and gone.
Yeah, that's the second death and a flicker burned out. So regardless how he wants to get vision, right now it's going to be in trouble and to make that distance, right, an AP Bren to respond in for a portal. So that's the question, will he still continue to be a liability or even an asset in reinforcing this party team fights? Because you need to recall as well.
Yeah, that's why I think this Barrett plus the chip, it kind of works, but AP Bren have solved it really easily. Every time you see Chip, just flood him with the abilities. We're looking at our AP Bren just giving everything to this Chip, making it so difficult for him to position himself around the map. Still yet to get his immortality as his first item.
Yeah, I think now I'm really starting to understand why Soren of Homeboys, when they first played the chip in MPL Malaysia, you can see the range of that diversion, by the way.
Yeah.
Give me a second, I will get back to that Soren point, because here comes AP Bren. They're not going to be able to fight Hez. Ryzen there to respond. Hatred there as well. Knock up onto Ryzen. That's going to be big swan song, and it's a response and a punishment by TNC Pro Team. Ogwen not going to be able to get a kill. It's become a disaster for APB. Super Yoshi trying to survive. Nomad being able to free hit. Look at Kaltizi. He's so tacky. He's going to be able to take down the chip. Yes, he does, but Kaltizi will not be able to get away. Pandobic Electro final blow coming in, but he gets chomped up with the detonus welcome of the Barrett. And just like that, it has turned into a disaster for the reigning champions of the world, as TNC Pro Team have found 4.
Literally, they felt what's coming right onto the bushes, and TNC came prepared to respond right away.
Can I just say that was a massive read from Hatred? Mr. J-Lord going in for the sandwich bush up top. I call it sandwich bush.
I like it.
It's sandwich number 1, which he went there. And the TP coming up from Apbr was sandwich number 3. Right? So what happened was they predicted that it will happen. We can see through the replay there will be a pause, but I believe that the replay will still continue. We're going to see this teleportation play. That sandwich 1, and then Hatred was on number 3. He did not go for Super Marco because that will be a difficult play. He still went for Few as well as Ogwen, dealt so much damage, then went out the right moment. And then from the right side, you can see Super Yoshi jumping on Kyle TZ, eventually completing the play with a shortcut and calling his teammate there, which was Super Marco. Oh, sorry, which was Nomad. And interestingly, Super Yoshi accepted his fate, did not go, stayed in front of Kyle TZ so that he will be able to bait the Baksha, which then resulted for them taking the kill onto the Baksha. So TNC couldn't have hoped for a better team fight for them. That's one of their best team fights we've seen so far.
Yeah, and the hope lives on for the Phoenix Army. They have the heart on how to win every possible way that they can, especially now that we're heading in, we're in the pause. So that is one thing they did respect to. So they have AoE damage from the Odette. They have one way to disable one from the Barracks.
For a chop from the referee. And I love that's become like a regional thing now in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important way. Like,
The
bring back the action.
Yeah.
Going
And he
back
goes
secured
back.
by Hatred. A very important one. Able to take out players that are, you know, trying to run away from that hero. At this point, he's very strong. No mid also. With the Demon Hunter sword, that's also very important. But the Wind of Nature eventually will be an important part for both teams, in fact.
There's something so nostalgic every time I see Hatred use an Onyx Time sticker.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just takes me back.
Just takes me back. Me too, man.
Yep.
That was a nice timeline, you know?
It was.
Yep.
That Season 8 M3 timeline.
Yep. They're all just dancing, everybody's just goofing around, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder who their analyst was back then.
was Coach Eb, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Okay, knock up there. Shortcut already committed. Heads is going to be going in. Few flickers away. TNC Pro Team's
Super
going to be
Yoshi.
chasing Super Yoshi with the flicker forward. He uses the crash course, and that's going to be a pick off onto Few. But Pandol from behind, is he going to be able to get a kill onto there because he dashes into the wall. Double kill for that Barrett. But the clapback by AP Bren is real. They've taken down Hatred. They're still fighting back, but the members of the TNC are low. It's going to be a 50-50 who wins this after all. Double kill there for Ogwin, but that's 4 down yet again. Super Marco, can you pull
Super
off
Marco.
a massive play? Nomad heads and Ryzen are low, but Marco backs off. TNC Pro Team again with their chip have found a dent in AP Brent's armor. But this is close.
This goes. And Ryzen is also low. They cannot hold on to the Lord this time, especially because threat of the diversion, which will now be used. And respectfully, TNC just backs off. I gotta say, that team fight, Ryzen was able to maximize the strength of the Barretts. My god, all of his abilities and spells actually hit.
I love it. Even the missile expert, beautiful.
Exactly.
Everything. So-called teamwork, deadness welcome.
Was able to push a few, was trying to run away
Yeah.
into the zone of Odette with the so-called teamwork. And then pop the ultimate. Also reach 2 heroes of AP Bren. My oh my. What a wonderful sequence for the Barretts.
Yeah. Also really like how Super Yoshi committed the flicker and the crash course to
Yeah.
make sure that they got the stun there onto Few. But now it's even Stevens here for this Lord. 2 XP laners on the opposite side of the map. Trying to handle the minion waves, but oh, Super Yoshi from
Super
behind.
Yoshi, he's on conceal.
Okay, conceal, but a drive-by, conceal. Okay, I think he was
Oh,
just
no.
trying to get information.
I think he spotted.
Yeah,
Oh,
got
okay.
spotted out there by the litho, but I really thought that was a little bit anticlimactic for me.
Yeah.
It was like a perfect moment. Like, hey, you want to join the party? Like, let's open up the gate. But it's kind of like they respected that moment because, again, the commitment of this lineup needs to be on point. Precision, coordination.
Yeah, use all the power words that you have on your dictionary, the adjectives. Yes, AP Bren still trying to find a good opening here because they don't want to risk it going up against Ryzen and Super Yoshi. So still, just trying to slow things down. Look at that seizing Benedetta in the bottom lane. Well, AP Bren are trying to keep their options open in the mid.
Wow. Sky Guardian helmet also picked up by Ryzen. Is that
he
the
spots
play?
you.
Oh, it's a massive play! Few goes down, but Hatred already committed his ultimate. Now TNC Pro Team looks like they're going to be able to fight this Super Marco with a Blazing Duet. Already the Vengeance is popped up by Heads and it's dealing a bit of damage to the members of AP Bren.
Panto!
Super Marco able to free hit, and Panto from out of nowhere, from
burning.
behind, he gets to take down 3 members of TNC. AP Bren with a collective effort to respond. Now TNC, it looked like they got way too excited
For sure.
executing that play.
I agree with you. That is definitely what happened there for TNC. Of course, they have seen the Louis being there. And I think that they are trying to take out Few as soon as possible because he deals so much damage in team fights anyways. And they're trying to do it before the Winter Truncheon is up for Few. It's not yet available for now. Haven't been picked up, but later on, that Winter Truncheon play for Few will be very massive. But definitely a bad call coming out from TNC. Great play coming out from Pandodo. We cannot take away the fact that he was the one that turned that fight around.
Yeah, sure.
65% win rate onto AP Bren with a goal lead of 4K. Now it's growing across TNC's map. There's a Lord push down bottom. Only 1 turret has been taken from AP Bren as of this moment. And looking how they cover around the map right now, they really sees potential on how to take down TNC. Again, they have been targeting Super Yoshi. There has been 5 deaths onto this chip alone. And for this, just looking at the damage of Super Marco just by him now building his way through the end game or the late game.
Yep.
man, damage is building through.
There's already a Divine Glaive onto the hands of Hatred's Odette. So 3 core items already locked in alongside the Glowing Wand and Genius Wand. So I think in terms of the defense, TNC has the magic damage they need to clear waves, right?
Yeah, 100%. As long as they keep Hatred in check. And to be fair, they also have Ryzen to kind of tank the front lines with the Sky Guardian helmet, so it should not be that difficult of a defense. But then this is AP Bren. They know how to surgically deal with the waves and use the Lord. And they have taken out the bottom lane quite easily and quite convincingly.
Yeah, and they're slicing through the turrets a few seconds from now. The question is, can TNC defend? Who can be in the front line, especially with this chip? Man, you need map to actually utilize more of your capability, especially now. Who can be in front of TNC and even catch? Immortality is present for Ogwen. They need to be sure who to target here, especially if you have a good peel on Super Marco on half HP. But who's going to be the first target here? Who can actually reach an AP Bren?
Well, I think with how aggressive he's been, Pando might be one of the clearer targets for APB. Sometimes even Super Marco, right? With how forward you would go as a claw just to poke.
Yeah. This point, the Winter Truncheon available for few.
Massive.
And if you're TNC, you have to look at the items, pull up the tab, always look at the items of the opponents. And there was even a time where they got countered there. Ryzen does not have the passive. We've seen a small guy.
That's true.
Yeah, so the passive is called Big Guy, but it's pretty small.
Okay. Super Marco and Few are doing the BMI.
Oh!
Yes, the BMI diversion thing that Onyx PH would be doing. Kelra and Super Prince.
I love it.
Yeah, so you leave BMI, diversion takes you somewhere else, then you BMI back.
Yeah. And ultimate from Few, that's low cooldown ultimate. I think around 20 seconds, if I'm not mistaken.
At this point of the game?
Yeah.
Wow.
At most 30, actually.
I didn't know the version was that fast.
Yeah, it's 22
That quick?
at this point. Yep. That's why you can always do this.
Wow, just by looking at that, he could actually be sandwiched by 3. But looks like they have more advantage in taking this objective once again. AP Bren. And first dibs, more on half HP and slowing down.
Yoshi used the beacon. Is he going to pop the shortcut? Oh, he will, but will TNC actually try to fight this out? Nomad's going to be going in. Head's going in also. It's going to be a full-on team fight, but here comes Hatred. He's a little bit late to the party. He didn't use the portal because they're trying to cover the retreat. Hatred. I'm looking at this Odette right now because a big ultimate by him might be able to be a turnaround moment here, but here comes the Blazing Duet. Super Marco already popping the Wind of Nature. He's able to survive, but Ogwen with a massive Earth Shatter Flicker! And out of nowhere, Master Ogwen helps sets it up so that 2 members make that 3 members of TNC Pro Team fall, and it's only Heads and Hatred watching as APB will try to take them down. End this now, sweep the series 2-0, and with that, AP Bren has secured a playoff slot for Onyx Philippines.